It's launch day for the Nintendo Switch 2 and mine has just been delivered. So let's open it up, see what's inside, and I don't know, we'll try a few things out. So let's take a look. Before we jump deeper into the Switch 2 unboxing, a big thanks to JSAUX, today's sponsor, for sending over what might be the most complete accessory bundle I've seen for the Switch 2, including the portable carrying case. This one's the largest and it's the most versatile of the bunch. It's built to hold your console and even a few extras all in one place. Next up, the ergonomic controller full cover case and the ergonomic battle armor protective case. Both add grip and comfort whether you're gaming at home or on the move. The racing steering wheel is a fun little extra if you play racing games like Super Mario Kart World. It's lightweight, but it clicks in nicely for that arcade feel. Then there's the shock absorbent storage case. Compact, minimal, and great for keeping things tidy on your desk or shelf. This colorful, ultra-thin carrying case comes in a variety of colorways. It's really slim and ideal for everyday carry. You've also got a tempered glass screen protector, which installs easily, it feels great, and helps keep smudges to a minimum. The game card case holds up to 40 cartridges and micro SD cards in a super compact design, perfect for anyone with a growing collection. And finally, this multi-mode joystick cap and thumb grip set with lever guards adds a bit of personalization and extra control. If you're getting a Switch 2, this kit from JSAUX covers all the key accessories right out of the gate, and I've linked everything below. It's definitely worth checking out. All right, let's open this thing up. Probably not the best knife for the job, but okay. There we have the Nintendo Switch 2, and I went and bought the Mario Kart World combo. Oh, very nice. Looks like the seal's been broken. That's disappointing. I hope that's not a bad sign, but let's see. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be sending it back anytime soon. Unless there's something wrong with it, obviously. But yeah, let's take a look. Okay. Right, so you can see that we have the Joy-Cons on the top, followed by the console itself. Interesting placement right on the top. I mean, it doesn't look like anything's been tampered with in here, even though the seal was broken, thankfully. This still looks like it's in mint condition, I think. And yeah, so that, let's actually open these. The main event right here. Let's get right to it. Yeah, that is a very neat looking piece of kit. I must say, that is a lot more premium looking than I was expecting. You know, I'm used to other handhelds feeling a lot cheaper than this. So I've got a Steam Deck and I have the Nintendo Switch Lite as well. And both of those, by comparison, I don't know. I mean, the Steam Deck's not too far off this, actually, to be fair. But this, compared to the previous generation Switch, genuinely feels a lot more like a premium product. At first, at least. Right? Okay, so the Joy-Cons, let's get those out. Okay, very nice. And I've seen in all sorts of videos, the magnets look pretty cool on these things. So let's give that a try. Ah, yeah, just pops right into place. That's really cool. Yeah. And I believe that's to help with what the previous generation suffered from, was a little bit of, over time they would get loose. You'd have to slide them into place and click them in, and they would become loose over time. Whereas I think this magnet mechanism is meant to protect against that. So how do we release it now? Yeah, all right, there's a button there to release, as you can see. All right, so that's a lot easier. Cool. And you can see around the back, you have this new style kickstand, which does feel a little, well, I thought it felt a little bit delicate, but actually that feels as though it's probably made from aluminium. And yeah, that works really well. I do like that a lot. All right. So, what else do we have in the box before we power this thing up? Okay, download code for Mario Kart World. I thought it was going to be a physical copy, but okay, that's fine. Important information, which I won't read. And we have an HDMI cable, and we have these bumpers for the Joy-Cons with some wrist straps or lanyards, whatever you'd like to call them, attached to those. Let's get those out too. So this, I presume, is to protect your Joy-Cons. What comes next is, all right, so this is going to be, I forget what this is called, but essentially just clicks in there. If you want to put it into docked mode and then have your controller separate, that actually works really nicely. Like that, it's a comfortable fit. The Switch 2 is larger than the previous generation, and so the controllers do feel closer to a full-size controller that you would get with, you know, one of the other consoles like a PlayStation or Xbox or even the Steam Deck. So yeah, that's quite nice actually. Then we have the dock. And that looks pretty cool actually. It's a different shape to the previous one. And let's see what happens. We dock it in there. Yeah. Yeah, it just slides in really easily. And there you go. Very nice. And we'll try that out in a minute on the TV. And then lastly, you have the USB-C charging cable with the AC adapter. And that's everything in the box. Whoop, not good. Okay, so let's power it up. Oh, before we do that, have a quick look at these. All right, so, okay. Literally just slides on, or does it? Oh, it goes that way. All right, so just slides on like that. And I think this is for when you're going to use it like as a mouse. Yeah, so that's a new feature, which if I get a chance, I don't know if I have a game that it's actually going to apply to in any way, but yeah, just like that. Can you dock it with these? I mean, can you? No, you can't connect it while that's on there. But again, removes the same way with that little trigger over there. Oh, but I guess, you know, you would want to use this, yeah, like when you're using it as a mouse, or presumably if you're going to be using a controller each. If you're playing like Mario Kart 2 players, you give one to each player, and you know they can attach it to their wrists and you know play like that. It's not something I've ever tried before, actually, so maybe I'm doing it wrong. All right, cool. So let's get these off. Let's get this thing powered up as quickly as possible, because that's the most interesting part. As you can see, power button over there, volume rocker, And we have a vent there for cooling. We have a USB-C port. We have a headphone jack. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. You just don't see too many of them on new devices these days, I guess. And then, yeah, but actually, if they hadn't put a headphone jack, that would have been quite bad, considering I think most handhelds have them. And then you have the slot for game card, and there should be an SD card or micro SD card slot around here somewhere. Isn't there? Surely. No, that's just the game card slot. Where would you put your micro SD card? Am I missing something? Does it not take micro SD cards? Let's have a look here. No, not there. Not there. Is it under the stand? Yeah, okay. The micro SD card slot is actually under the kickstand, which, yeah, interesting, but yeah, that works. It's nice to hide it away like that. So there you go. So I'll be switching over my micro SD card from my previous generation, or from my Switch Lite, in fact, and we'll see what it's like. Cool. So there's my Switch Lite. Yeah, which, as you can see, has a micro SD slot very clearly labeled right there. So that's what I was looking for. Let's get that out. All right, now let's power it up. Okay, initial setup. Choose your language. All right, so that's now connected to my Wi-Fi. Let's see. System update. Let's come back once that's done. Okay, the update has completed. Finally. Damn, this is really slick. Let's see if I can get the brightness up. Yeah, this screen is fantastic. So let's get into some gaming at last. I'll tell you what, this screen is, oh man, it is so much better than the last Switch screen. Yeah, I mean, this is gorgeous, man. Like, this is such a step up from the previous Switch. I mean, this even looks noticeably better than my Steam Deck does. Now, I don't have the Steam Deck OLED. I mean, this is an LCD screen, though. It's just new tech and it's higher resolution. It looks so slick. I'd be interested to see how some of the previous generation Switch 1 games actually run on this. Oh man, I suck at this game. So this is still the Nintendo Switch version of Breath of the Wild. And so I'm going to just be comparing this exact same game. I'm going to be comparing it with how it looked on my old Switch. And like, it's not mind-blowing like Mario Kart was. You can see this game is clearly built for the previous generation's hardware. And I think I'm going to shell out the additional $10 or so to get the Switch 2 version upgrade of this game, because I feel like I'm doing it a disservice. All right, I did it. This is the Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild. And yeah, let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can immediately see that this is much, much better. Yeah, the upgrade is totally worth it. If you already own it, yeah, definitely go for the upgrade. The frame rate is much higher. This looks like at least 60 FPS. and just, yeah, the detail much better. Yeah, I mean, this is magnificent. But let's take a look at it in dock mode as well on the TV. Okay, so I've docked the Switch 2 now, and I have the Joy-Cons connected into this controller grip, I think it's called. And yeah, let's see what it looks like while docked and connected to my TV. Yeah, my goodness, that's so much better. Oh, this this is how the game was meant to look. I know that's a cliche thing to say, but damn. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, it's so much smoother as well. Yeah, this is so much more reactive. Oh my god, this is so much better. All right, I have to say, all in all, I am really happy with this purchase. I think, if you're a fan of handheld gaming, if you're a fan of Nintendo consoles, Nintendo games, damn, I mean, this is it's a no-brainer. I mean, the price is actually it's not great. The price of the games is also a bit of a shocker, if I'm honest. However, this console, for its price, is a really good console. I mean, it's not that different in price to like a Steam Deck OLED, for example, and or, I mean, that's a completely different experience. But this is a really slick, well-rounded package, and I'm glad I have it. I mean, this is going to be my handheld of choice for the foreseeable. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, I'll keep playing my Steam Deck, but yeah, I would definitely recommend it.